Hey everybody, this is Drac and Tony Spermicelli.
Hey!
Coming at you live from the Magic City with the morning show with Drac and Tony Spermicelli.
I'm walking here.
Yeehaw! We're doing, want to cover my Red Dead from last night. Maybe look around at what else we've got. Tony's got military specs on the M1 Abrams M18 Hellcat tank, and maybe some Florida Man stories. Did we find any?
I haven't found any of those yet, but I'm sure I'll find them.
Okay. And yeah, Mary Brown is here. Who else is here? There's 5 concurrent viewers. Mary's the only one that said hi so far. Here we go. Now you guys make sure you look at the top of the chat. I have pinned the loyalty store, so you can go up there and look for the alerts to redeem in the loyalty store. It'll also take you to the merch store if you want to purchase merch. Speaking of merch, right over here to the left you'll see the merch giveaway fund. It's been hanging there at $20 for several weeks now. As soon as it reaches $25, then I will give away a Drac mug on the in the Red Dead show the following evening, the evening of the day that I reached the $25. So that money being donated through PayPal can be immediately turned around to purchase merch giveaway. And to make that donation, you'll follow the same link, only instead of going to the loyalty store, you click on the link that says donate. All right, everybody. What have we got over here? We're looking at yesterday's Red Dead stream, which didn't much happen. Oh, the boys were there. You can see Drac Jr. down there. What was he playing? He was probably playing, I think he was watching cartoons. That's what he was doing. It was late and he couldn't sleep. And Matthew was over there asleep on my bed. I picked him up and put him in his bed after the show. Anything big happened last night? I don't think so. It was just that is okay, let me run it back, because on this hunt I found the legendary buffalo. There he is.
Ooh.
And I killed him and I skinned him, and it was in the middle of a resupply though. So when I finally when I finally got him, I went on the resupply and I continued on the resupply, and it was there after the resupply was done. But then I teleported over to St. Denis to sell it to Gus, and it was gone. So yeah, I did the resupply, and there I am back at camp, and there it is on Pontius. And then I go over to here to do the resupply. And why is this so fuzzy? It's at 360. Let's bump it up to 720 so we get a little bit better. I don't know what the heck is Drac Jr. doing there. He kept bumping me in the head with that thing.
I think cooler than the Rubik's Cube.
What? Cody McCullum? I gotta stop talking chivalry 2 trips. What? Taking chivalry 2 trips? I gotta stop taking Chivalry 2 trips. What is that? What are Chivalry 2 trips? I know the game Chivalry 2. What is a trip, though?
You said he's gonna stop taking it on trips?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of subscribers the last couple of days, but they don't seem to be enough to counteract the rate at which I'm losing phony subscribers. I must have picked up, because I was on there that one night. All right, so usually if somebody gets as many viewers as I did that one night on the release of the DLC of the update, people who usually get that many viewers, they get tons of legit subscribers, and so the following night they'll get more legit subscribers, and then more and more and more, and that's enough that they never notice the sheer amount of phony subscribers they get. But I'm noticing, because they're dropping off like crazy. The rate of drop off of phony subscribers is more than the rate at which, even with the increased rate in the summer here, I'm still noticing a loss of subscribers. Yeah, what are you gonna do? But I don't know why they do that. They're click farms is what they are. They'll just go on and click on everything, and they got like a ton of channels, and people go on there, hey, increase your subscriber count for a fee, and they pay, and then these click farms, they all go to that guy's channel and they subscribe. But then as their accounts get terminated because they're discovered to be phony, they the people that got those subscribers, they lose them. And I didn't even see what they do to not get caught is they'll also go on to like the popular channels and subscribe to them when they create their new. And my channel got mixed in that night with the popular channels because the stream was way up at the top there, because I was the only one covering the update the night before, and I pulled an all-nighter, and it just snowballed into this huge thing where I had so many viewers that one night that I attracted a bunch of click farmers. And now as their accounts are being terminated, or they're just canceling them and making new ones, I'm losing subscribers at an alarming rate. I know it's not me because I'm not doing anything different. Maybe people are just waking up to the fact that Drac is Drac. But hey, if you guys couldn't see who I was before, that's your bad. I didn't want you here in the first place.
Make any political statements lately, Jack?
I try my best to stay away from politics, and I'm not unnecessarily biased toward any one group, but I don't like the idea of putting people on a pedestal because of their physical characteristics, whether it be aesthetically pleasing or not. I don't care for that kind. I don't care for identity politics, and I won't take a part in it. I won't tell somebody that they're awesome just because they're not. But this is good news for a lot of you, though, because I'm genuine, and if you are my friend, it's not because I was trying to fill a quota. It's because I like you.
Yeah.
Why? Because we like you.
Yeah.
See you real soon. Why? Wait, K-E-Y? Why? Because you suck! Oh my god, this friggin' ad! No! No! How do I skip it? Skip it! Alright. That was, what's his frickin' name? He's one of the big, Democrat senators, I think. him and Nancy Pelosi. I've been kicking myself in the butt when I remember his name because I know who that is. That's why I clicked off of it. I've seen that ad, and I'm done with it. What happened to not getting it? You know, they'll show political ads and anything as long as it fits their purpose. As long as it agrees with what Mark Zuckerberg and whoever the fuck's running YouTube now. As long as it falls in line with their what they think is on the up and up. I agree with that. Morning, Kinsey Burton, what's going on?
Hey.
So what do we got? Hellfire tank?
Yes.
Hellcat.
Yeah, M18.
Images. Get in now.
Look at that.
That's not telling us anything, Chris.
Yeah. That's just a nice picture.
Oh, it's a nice picture of
yeah,
the. Okay.
That's a real nice picture. So basically, what you're looking at, it says the M18 Hellcat, officially designated the 76 millimeter gun motor carriage. The M18 was an American tank destroyer of World War II, also used in the Korean War. It was the fastest U.S. armored fighting vehicle on the road. The speed attained was about 55 miles an hour. That was the top speed. It had this automatic transmission, and man, I think the armor was like 1 inch thick on it only. It was like 1 inch thick.
1 inch thick?
Yeah.
So it wasn't heavily armored?
Yeah, so it could move quickly and outmaneuver other tanks.
You notice this here? Let me
Sure, go ahead.
let me zoom in and closer on it. You notice the swastikas? There's 2 swastikas.
We got crosses through them
on the gun. You see it? You
can't
see those?
Yeah, I do, yeah. So 2 swastikas, which means he killed two
German tanks, 2 Panzers.
Yeah, 2 Panzers.
Or
whatever type of Nazi
German
tanks.
But yeah, they used to mark down the kills.
Right.
And so I saw those 2 swastikas there, and I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
That's what that is. That's a tank killer, and it killed 2 tanks.
Mm-hmm. We designed that in about 1942. It was manufacturer was the Buick Motor Division of General Motors, and they cost at that time about $55,230 to make.
Wow.
Yeah. We built 2,507 of them. Heck, they weigh about 37,557 pounds.
Now, what's the difference?
Excuse me, short tons.
Do you know what the difference is between a tank and a tank killer?
Yeah, tank killers are basically it's just a motor carriage to move the gun around.
Isn't that what a tank is?
Well, a tank is heavily armored.
Okay, so all right. So usually they made it to be more maneuverable to get into position to destroy a tank.
So it could fire right at a tank quickly. That was the whole idea behind it. and aside being topped with the 50 caliber machine gun on top, that gun there, the magazine inside, I think it held like 40 something rounds of ammo.
I know the first tanks. They were made to be basically armored weapon platforms where they could fight infantry.
Yeah.
So it had like machine guns on it, and it had a bigger gun, I guess to blow up foxholes or like sandbags or whatever, so that they could take out machine gun emplacements.
Oh man, that thing. Back in the, if you remember, like the First World War, those big tracked vehicles, it would just drive them right across trenches.
Yeah, and then the bullets would just fly right through the side of it.
Yeah, they weren't as heavy.
By the end of World War I, they came up with this little mini tank that was 2 men inside.
Yeah.
And it was basically an armored infantry unit. And they just mowed down the infantry and cavalry with those tanks. So it was basically armored cavalry is what it was. So at some point they started to realize, well, we're gonna have to destroy the other tanks.
Yes.
So they started making tanks that that could fight other tanks. Because if you put at that point, if you made 2 tanks to put out, put down infantry, if you put the 2 tanks against each other, they just start shooting each other. The bullets would just bounce off.
Yeah.
Like, well, we need to stop the other guy's tanks, so let's put a bigger gun that we can shoot the other tanks with, and a machine gun that we can shoot the infantry with. And then at some point they realized the tanks are too slow. I mean, they're just as slow as their tanks.
Yeah.
But we can't catch their tanks with our tanks. Well, we need to make a tank that's faster. That'll protect the drivers from small arms fire, but they can chase down another tank and destroy it.
And I'll tell you the power plant behind it.
Tank killer.
It had a Continental engine moving at putting out 350 horsepower at 2,400 RPMs, and had a automatic torque-o-matic transmission, 3 speeds forward, 1 reverse.
Was it an inline internal combustion engine, a piston engine?
The Continental R975C1, I'm sure it was a piston engine. I just don't know what type. Like, I don't know if it was inline. I don't know if it was probably a V motor because they needed space.
Because I think they use turbine engines on today's tanks, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or something. Yeah, something.
It's got a big hole in the top that goes.
Yeah, some kind of big. And it says here, last closing paragraph. Hellcat was the most effective U.S. tank destroyer of World War II. Had a higher kill-to-loss ratio than any other tank or tank destroyer fielded by the U.S. forces in World War II.
So before this tank, though, this was the first engineered tank killer.
Yes.
Before that, they were just putting that gun on the Sherman, and it was the Firefly Sherman, and it wasn't any faster than the other Sherman tanks, so they couldn't chase. Were the Shermans faster than the Panzers? I think they were faster, weren't they?
Yeah, we would run circles around them.
Yeah, they were faster and there was more of them. So, but this gun slowed down the Firefly, but it was still faster than the Panzer, and it had just as much armor as the other Shermans, which wasn't really a whole lot.
This one here was severely light. It only had 1 inch of armor at the thickest part of it. You could get 1 kill on this one with 1 shot from a Sherman.
This one was faster than the Sherman.
It was faster, definitely faster than Sherman. It was the fastest.
So
55 miles an hour.
The advantage this tank killer had was that it could chase down Panzers and get ahead of them and jump out and scare them. Boo!
Yeah, they could definitely do some maneuvering where they outmaneuver the gun and get a shot off before they do, unless they're sitting waiting for these to come by, which that's the only advantage the Nazi tanks had. If they were in a position where they were waiting for these guys to come by on the road, they were fucked.
Yeah, but with those slow tanks, how were you to outmaneuver them? They were constantly getting outmaneuvered by the Shermans.
Right, in a tank battle.
That, and there was more Shermans.
Yes.
How do you outmaneuver a tank where there's 10 of them to your 1?
Yeah.
And they're faster, and every time you hit one of them, it kills them.
Yeah.
But
then you gotta worry about the other 9.
Yeah. And the ones with the big guns on them that keep popping up and going, think.
Boom. Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
Tank killer. Yep. Gotta put a dent in your.
Not put a dent in your day.
Yeah.
Let's look at Robin Hood.
See what Robin Hood's doing.
What the hell is going on today? What is that? What's that crazy stuff
Wait,
going
what's
on?
the
right
drop
there?
and then the rise? What happened?
Let's see what the live feed says. It doesn't look so crazy when you look at it live, but
Yeah.
what happened... See, what happened was...
Yeah.
There was the weekend, right?
Yeah.
The weekend, I only got really Dogecoin going on. And then morning hits. And it's this real estate ETF. First thing in the morning, it took a big dump, and then it's back up, and now it's back up above where it was. But there's some, we're talking about real estate, so there's some major money. When a property is bought or sold, a whole lot of money goes flying around at once, and it's happening all over the place. So they take a little while to get started in the morning, but then now it's up here above where it closed Friday. So it's back up. If I go back to the portfolio, you can see the big difference going on between the difference of pennies going back and forth over the weekend on Dogecoin. And good news for me, Dogecoin is also up today. You see this, Chris?
You see,
Dogecoin's up at almost 33 cents.
Where's my super suit?
Who's that? OG Chicha.
Oh.
Welcome. But my equity in Dogecoin is at $15.69, and seeing as I put $20 in, I would still lose if I sold now. So I'm gonna continue to hold on to my Dogecoin and see what happens if I get my 20 bucks back. But you look here, I'm at 296.66 total overall. My Microsoft, I sold most of my Microsoft, and I just have a few pennies in there. And the physical gold ETF finished down. I'm up at 1990, so I lost a little bit over the weekend. There's some trades, after hours trades, that go on during the weekend, and it took a little bit of a dump, and then it's down here. But I have it will recover. I don't doubt that the gold will recover, even if it's just due to inflation. I'll get my money back on the gold. And I only have 20 bucks in it right now. What's doing really great right now, it seems, is the real estate. The real estate ETF just over the, well, no, that's, where is it? It's this one. That's what it's doing today. Here's the real estate ETF over the last month. It's been steadily going up, 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 and up. It dips, but then it comes back up. But the overall trend is going upwards at about I don't know, what's that, like 30-degree angle there?
Yeah.
And over 3 months, you see up. Over a year, up, 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 up. So it's in a cycle where it's going up now, real estate. And yeah, so I'm staying in that. I put OG Chicha was rehydrate. So yeah, I put most of my money into the real estate ETF, which isn't a lot. I'm playing with a little bit of money here, not a whole bunch. I think total I put in $300 to Robinhood, and you see I'm a little bit under what I put in, but as you can see over the last week, I'm making better decisions now. I didn't know what I was doing at her. I made some money at first, and then I lost a bunch on Bitcoin, I think. But then, as you can see from then, I'm slowly crawling upwards because I'm getting better at doing this, and I'm recovering, and I'm going to finish up. Are you going to work together? Are you going to work together? Probably. I got some calls I gotta make, and nothing new has come in yet, but yeah. So, let's see. So that is Red Dead from last night, and oh, Matt. All right, so Mathula and I tried to do. What the heck was that? Go back. View on YouTube. There we go. This was a disaster. My plan was sound, but Mathula had other ideas.
That's you got kids for it, to tell you what's up.
And I'll just show you the very end here.
Can't wait to see it.
Oh no, this was Trove.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Now the
Neon
Trove
Dragon.
stream was alright. It was this one here. Oh my god. View on YouTube. So the idea was he was going to learn by watching me, and we were going to make a map. And so he was going to tell me what he wanted, and I was going to do it. And look, we looked happy when we started.
It always starts happy.
But this is how it ended right
I
here.
can't wait to see this.
All right, let me turn off the music here.
I told you to help me on my computer.
Let me switch this over to here so you guys can see. it's to be smaller, but here we go.
I told you to help me on my computer.
All right, we're done. We're done.
What?
I had told him you need to stop that whining. If you keep it up, we're not going to do this. We're gonna be done. So I told him what he needed to do, and I told him I wasn't gonna be getting up and going back and forth over to the computer he was working on in the middle of the stream, and he wasn't having it. He wanted me to sit behind him the entire time and show him how to do things. I was like, no, you're gonna watch me do things. If you have questions, I'll answer them. Tell me what you want to do, and I'll show you how to do it, and then you can go back over there and do it yourself. But no, we had a disagreement, and I wasn't gonna continue doing that on the stream. So that's how yesterday's stream ended. Of the Crunker stream. I told you to help me on my computer. We're done. Done, 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 done.
Oh, look, you're showing the thing. Oh, it's funny you went back to this page. I looked up the speed of the Firefly. It had a top speed of 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas the tank killer was at 55.
50, twice the speed.
Twice the speed.
Leaves that Firefly in the dust.
Yeah, but the Firefly, when I was looking at the millimeters of armor, it was a Sherman tank with that high front, had thicker armor.
Thicker than a Sherman?
It was thicker than the armor on that Hellcat.
Well, of course it was. It was a Sherman.
Yeah, it's a Sherman.
It was a tank with an anti-tank gun on it.
Yeah.
That's what a Sherman Firefly was.
They call it a medium-sized tank.
Yeah, but it was slower than the other Shermans.
Yeah, yeah.
By slightly, because just the fact that it was heavier.
It was heavier.
Because it had that big gun and it had to have a counterweight on the back of the turret so that the tank wouldn't fall over when it turned sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, how do you take armor off a tank to make it faster? You don't.
You don't. Or you lose it in a shootout with another tank. That's how
You just put a bunch of holes in it.
Yeah.
There's speed holes.
Yeah. Hey, how come this tank whistles when we're driving?
There's speed holes. They make the tank go faster. They let the air in.
Hey, man,
So it's not so hot inside.
You seen what those tanks look like when they get hit with those depleted uranium rounds? The Warhog?
Yeah, they're all melted.
Oh man, yeah, they just yeah, they look like they were dipped in plastic or something. It's crazy.
Dip, 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 dip. Hey, I need a picture of this tank. I want somebody to go up there and point that gun in the air like it's trying to shoot an airplane. But we didn't shoot airplanes with. But no, it's gonna look cool. Trust me.
It's gonna look really cool.
It's gonna look like. What's that? Perfect.
Train wreck.
All right, so how long have we been going? Well, got really a whole bunch more to report this morning. Just showed you pretty much everything we wanted. Yeah, so that's all, folks. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Hey.
Thanks everybody for coming out and watching the morning show with Drac and Tony Spermicelli. We just covered Robinhood, Bitcoin, and the exchange traded real estate fund. We covered the Hellcat M18 tank killer from World War II.
Yep.
My Crunker stream from last night with Mathula and Red Dead Online. If you guys want to help support my channel, smash that like button, subscribe, and share my videos on your social media. Consider becoming a member. You get a green name tag, you get the bullet badges, you get access to exclusive content for members only. I'm going to be on tonight with the Red Dead Online show. I'll see you guys then. Till then, happy hunting and yee-haw!